Okay, so first things first, I just want to mention that music was from Artlist. They just have the best music. I found that song in like 10 seconds and it fit the mood perfectly. So if you're looking for music, check the link in the description. You can get 2 months free. But let's jump into how I set up this sequence. So instead of my previous videos where I've been kind of just doing one shot, I thought I might as well just do a whole sequence for this one, and I really liked how it turned out. And it was pretty simple. It was basically just one lighting setup for the whole thing, which is what I was aiming for, and I just made different shots from that. So that's how I like to light, and I think it worked out pretty dang well. So first of all, I just set up my camera at my first composition, just like this. And then I set up my 60-watt light pointing down in a direction that I hoped would simulate the sun based on where the windows were located. And I completely forgot to get a before shot, but here's a shot with just that one light set up and nothing else adjusted. From here I set up a bounce, so basically I just set up a light stand near my camera and just added a bit of bounce so I could get that 60-watt light bouncing back, adding a little bit of fill in just so it wasn't completely dark. Then I turned on these little blue practicals in the background, and then I added a little LED light on top of the stove just to add a little bit more light pointing down in that direction. And from here, like I said, basically all the lighting is the same except for just some minor adjustments of my key light, moving it around just to get a bit closer for brighter subjects, but for the most part everything stayed the same, and all I did was change the angle of my camera and the composition just to make an interesting sequence. And this sequence was actually super fun to shoot because I shot it on a vintage lens I just picked up, a Canon FL 50mm 1.4 from the 1960s, which is crazy to adapt so well to full frame cameras nowadays, but it's just fun to shoot on something a little bit different, a little bit less perfect, and I really liked the look that it gave me, so definitely going to be using that more often. But with that said, yeah, just moving around the camera, getting different angles, getting different shots, building a sequence. So after shooting all those shots, here's the lighting sequence I came up with. Basically, I had a little LED above the stove pointing down. I had some blue practicals over on the side, just adding some accent. The window light, of course, my 60-watt light adding in the main highlights and key light to the scene, a bounce. And with that being said, here is the sequence I made.